One, whites are committing collective suicide because they believe white equals evil. Okay? And this is because of generations of anti-white conditioning, anti-white meme pathogens which have been put into people's minds, which again work as pretexts, okay, so premises, axioms within a worldview, which is the anti-white narrative. Okay? Just like 1 + 1 = 2, when you have these different meme pathogens, it equals white erasure and destruction of Western kind and harm of white individuals. So, but instead of 1 + 1 = 2, it's whites are evil because of slavery and this, and then because of this thing, because of colonization, and then plus this, and then and then plus reparations, and then plus white privilege equals white erasure and harm of white people. Okay, so it's like a mathematical, logical thing that's laid out, so you can actually break it down and understand it, and it's an objective thing that can be measured. Okay, the anti-white narrative is an actual axiomatic structure of a worldview it relies on certain premises, which are the anti-white meme pathogens or pretexts, which have to lead to the logical conclusion of white erasure. Okay? So if you want to change the outcome, you have to either have a different narrative, different worldview, where you have your own premises which lead to a separate and different outcome, right? So it's a different equation. 2 + 2 = 4. It's got to be a completely separate thing. Or you try to destroy the premises in the argument or that narrative itself. But the thing is, the anti-white narrative has been constructed in such a way that any destruction of any premises, they've always got more that shift in and replace them, and it's been woven around for generations, since longer than anyone alive today has been alive. The anti-white narrative has been being developed and constructed, and it's made in such a deceptive and wormy way that even if you remove the premises and you prove things wrong, that no, this is wrong, we actually ended slavery, it still concludes and ends up, because of what's magic white privilege and these things, they just add in anything else that they want. Just white privilege comes from nowhere, and then boom, oh well, still doesn't matter anyway, white erasure is the answer. Alright, there's only one answer in the anti-white narrative, that's it: white erasure, destruction of Western kind. Alright, so that, and the way they've created these premises means you can't deconstruct the premises and prove them wrong, okay? Because they've got defenses for this. Even if you try, what are they? You're just a racist. You're a supremacist because you're arguing their narrative, and then they can always just back it up and make their conclusion the same anyway. So there's no point in trying to attack or deconstruct the anti-white narrative. Just understand what it is and how it works, so you can avoid using any of the words or concepts which exist within it, and avoid living out the behaviors and lifestyles of the characters within it, so as to take away power from it, and instead use a different worldview, different narrative called the white positive narrative or going free narrative. Yeah? But this is essentially where we're at. One, whites are committing collective suicide because they believe that white equals evil. So in this new narrative, if we want to have a different conclusion where whites don't destroy themselves because they've been brainwashed and abused and traumatized to believe that they're evil and they need to destroy themselves. So 2, whites stop this when they learn the idea that white actually equaling evil is anti-white. It's an anti-white meme pathogen. So in the going free narrative, we've actually got premises and conclusions and pretexts which deconstruct the anti-white narrative, but in our own narrative, constructing our narrative. Alright? So it strengthens this narrative while breaking down the other narrative. Okay? Exposing that the whole idea of whites being evil, the whole anti-white narrative, anti-whiteism, is evil itself. It's evil bigotry against whites. Hatred of Western kind. And anti-whiteism, that is evil, alright? So now, instead of whites being brainwashed to think that they are evil, so they destroy themselves, whites will know that, no, actually, anti-whiteism is evil, and the idea that white people are evil is evil. That's anti-whiteism. And then destroy anti-whiteism. Or erase anti-whiteism. So, fundamentally, it shouldn't be too hard for people to comprehend. The situation of the Western world, everywhere on the planet, every white nation, it is the way it is because white people have been brainwashed to feel that whites are evil, and whites inherently destroy what they feel is evil. They erase from existence what they believe to be evil. And so we are erasing ourselves. So the only solution is to convince whites and make them understand that no, you're not evil. Those who say you are evil. The anti-whiteism is the evil. Okay? And then whites, inherently, because we just naturally have this urge to erase evil from our presence. Yeah? It's just the moral thing to do. Nobody likes to be that guy. Alright? Once enough people feel that, no, it's not white people that are evil, actually, all people are, deserve to be loved and respected, no matter their race or background, including whites. So it's actually the anti-whiteism that's evil. At that point, then the focus will be on erasing anti-whiteism, not Western kind.